This next one comes from Kona, and she wants to know if there is a better option than the 11.5% coupon she's getting on an NCD she's invested in.
If you are getting a 11.5% coupon on an NCD, it looks very attractive, and it looks so attractive that if it is not a very old bond or a NCD, then you have to really worry about the quality of it. It is too good. If it is a recent issuance, then it is too high a return, too good a return for you not to worry about it. I would always urge investors, when you see very attractive return, worry about it. If it is too good, it is unlikely to be true. It will be coming with a lot of risks which you may not be aware of, because so my suggestion is that look at the rating of the NCD that you hold, and you are comfortable with that.
And if not, what could be the mutual fund options for this person, Dhiren?
No, I'm afraid the kind of return one is referring to, 11.5%, is too high a return today. And I don't think, and of course it is predictable, it is that is the promise. There is a possibility that this promise will not be honored because it looks too high if it is a new issuance. So one should be thinking about the company one has invested in. This is another advantage which investors should seriously consider. If you are putting your 5 lakh rupees or 1 lakh rupee or 10 lakh rupee in a bond, the biggest risk you are exposed to is that if this company defaults, or if there is a delay, and there has been instances, we keep hearing about such stories, then all your money will get stuck. That is one of the primary advantage of a mutual fund, that when you invest your money in a bond fund, and the fund faces a problem, even the fund can actually face such an issue, but it will be a very small part of the portfolio. The fund will have 20 bonds or 30 bonds. One bond will, and a good part of that bond holding will also be government securities, which are unlikely to face this kind of situation. Governments don't default. I'm referring to primarily the Government of India bonds in funds portfolio. So a small part of the portfolio will fail. Assuming you have a 10 lakh rupee invested in a bond fund, and the fund has a 3% position in an NCD which is yielding very high, and that company defaults. So only 3% of your capital is at stake. In case of your NCD, where you have invested, all your money is at stake. So don't miss out on don't worry about the great return on your capital. You have to really worry about that your capital is also intact, and you will definitely get it. If you are going to risk your entire capital for marginally higher return, it might be you might regret it, that it was not a worthwhile risk was taken.
And isn't that the anomaly with debt investing, that for taking a credit risk, the upside may be a couple of percentage points, but the downside could be 100%?
Yeah, absolutely. This is a fact that for earning, you might earn 2% more every year, but have you worried about losing 100% of your capital? Or if your 100% of your capital becomes, you become little unsure of getting it. So this is something which we should always keep in mind.